And welcome back, Rusty Deals here at Minnesota is Rust. A little bit different today. We have a vehicle in the fleet that one of the children was driving and smashed the front up a little bit. 2009 Pontiac Vibe, aka Toyota Matrix clone. So, number one, you turn it into insurance. If you got good coverage, you go from there. Number two, if you don't, you fix it yourself. So we are in the latter category. Hit from the front. It's got relatively low miles, a little over 100,000. Nice vehicle. These have the Camry 2.4 instead of the Corolla 1.8. So they're a nice handling. This is actually a Vibe GT. Nice handling vehicle. Stock 18-inch wheels, nice 5-speed transmission, fog lights, ground effects, stiffer suspension, all that kind of stuff. So, the 9 and 10 Vibe were different than the 08 down to, was it 04 first year for the Vibe? So, parts are a little trickier. So, my thought is we're going to buy a whole nother car for the price of what parts cost, which is about what it was. So I figured out junkyards within a couple hundred miles of where we live. Parts would be, it was over $1,200 just for parts for the Vibe GT, because like I said, the front end's different on that. We could have made it a normal Vibe or a sport Vibe, but who wants to do something silly like that? So here is a Copart Special 2010 Vibe. The problem with this one, if you look here on this first picture, it hath been hit from the front, which does not help. The left view is nice. The right view is nice. There's a kind of a quarter from the front view. So it looks like a lower hit in the front. Whole bumper cover is gone. That aluminum reinforcement is still there, but bent to the side. The hood is gone. So you're looking at maybe the fenders are good, maybe they're not. Hood's bad. The grill, you can see the one grill insert on the passenger side is still hanging out there. Quickly we'll look at the back. You've got the rear bumper looks okay, rear hatch looks good, rear taillights looks good. Interior looks pretty good, a little scuzzy, a little dirty, but with a daily driver you get that. The top view of the interior looks good. I see keys there. In the Copart language, that was a run and a drive, which means it started on its own or with booster box. 206,000. Rear seat looks okay. Under the hood, so you can see it's crunched a little bit. Not super bad, but I would say bad enough. You probably want to replace radiator, AC condenser, just to be sure, and then kind of get a little port of power in there and push things back in place. Battery looks like it's still in one piece, so that didn't get pushed in that far. And of course there's the pile of Vibe pieces right there. Now this Vibe is a, what's it say on the back again? An all-wheel drive. So this is a kind of a base model all-wheel drive. Like I said, the one that we're looking for is a GT. So one of these hit from the front, which a lot of these are, isn't really going to help us very much. So what we ended up doing was spending some time on Copart, looking for an 09 or 10 GT hit from the back, or Facebook Marketplace. Copart did not help us. Can you believe somebody from Saudi Arabia would bid on a smashed up $2,000 Pontiac Vibe? I guess it's true. But right here, and it's all its majestic teal or blue glory, whatever, is an 09 GT, exactly like ours, different color. I can live with that, exactly like ours. And you got a couple nice views right here. And if you look at it, it looks like it's super clean, super nice. what it is, and it is. Interior is super clean. Gauge cluster, seats. Even has the Vibe GT seats, which look pretty good. It's got all the power stuff. Aftermarket wheels were put on there. So I looked for, or I asked the owner if they had the original 18s, and they didn't. Sold them off, traded them off or something. And you can look at the description here. It has lots of new stuff. On the very top, needs a new engine. So this engine is blown up, very blown up. We can talk more about that in another video. But we ended up picking this up in Wisconsin. Headed out there not too long ago. Loaded her up on the trailer, brought her back, and now we're cleaning out another garage space to have the two cars sit side by side as we go through and take the parts off that we need. Because we need the grille, the hood, the front bumper. Front fenders are tweaked a little bit. Maybe we replace them, maybe we don't. Now I have a second set of wheels to put some snow tires on, and all that. So this kind of sorta is exactly what you're looking for, what I'm looking for in trying to repair a car. So instead of getting just the bits and pieces that I need, I now have a whole other car. So I've got a driver's door, I've got a rear hatch, I've got rear tail lights, I've got, if you look at the description here, again, the alternator has been replaced. I got a new alternator that's got 10,000 miles on it. So it's often a way better deal if you've got the space to stash it, if your local ordinances will not get on your case, and thankfully that's where we're at here. So there you go. Like I said, a little bit of a different video here, but just giving you a perspective on what we try to do if we're fixing up something that deserves to get put back on the road. If you can find a whole nother car that sure is slick, then getting just the bits and pieces, we've done it both. The Trailblazer that you've seen on the channel, that we just bought parts that we needed. The Contour that you saw us put back together on the channel, that was, I had another car, so we did that way. So we've done it both ways. Some of the other vehicles you've seen us work on, just buy bumper covers off of Amazon, eBay, Rock Auto, and bend some metal back underneath. It was just an A to B car, just a commuter. Doesn't need to be pretty, just needs to run nice and get there. So that's what we got. Thank you much, everybody. Happy summer. It's summer right now. But here you go. Rusty deals coming at you from Minnesota is Rust.